said a word, very little showed. So surprised when we were alone. Out of the dark, heard her voice descend. Out of the dark, said she loved me in. I held you tight, so happy inside, so happy I cried. All I know now, never let you go, 'cause I don't know how.
Good morning. It's about 8:30 on Tuesday, November 24th, 2015. I'm Joseph Clyda for AscensionPathway.com on the Evan Fain YouTube channel. And right away they're back out spraying. And look at the rail they've already got dispersed in that horizon there. That'd be the west horizon. You can see it. It's already dispersed. It's from chemtrailing at night. You can see the haze in the horizon. The haze is all over. We're going to get back to the great wide open and show you the rest. Well, it didn't take long. It's just about 9 a.m. or less. And there's a guy spraying some plume there. And right to the left over here, we got another guy spraying. So they're spraying that intermediate clear sky day mix to confuse the public once again. There you see the plume. Oh boy, it's going to be disastrous. Well, here I am in the great wide open. It's about 9 a.m. panning into that southwestern sector, and you can see the grid they've already got built up. See the lines there? You got a trail there, trail there, trail there. Dispersed rail over here. We got another guy spraying some plume over here. See what they're doing here? Right in a rail, building the grid. It's non-stop. Dispersed grid there. And we got a pair of chemtrailers over here. Let me back it off. Sun's right in my eyes. You can see the white sun. And then you can see the chemtrailers right there. Alright, look at in the background that southern horizon. Let me back it off, let it focus. Just look at the friggin' rails back there. Inside that haze. Oh, they're building a nice grid for something. Happy Thanksgiving, right? Ha ha ha. The joke's on you people. The people who are not awake. Seconds later, I pull in my driveway and I got this guy out of nowhere spraying this plume. And this guy over here spraying this plume. So, the railings begin. You'd be a fool to think these are contrails. This is the mix they use on clear sky days. It's not even 9:30 yet and we got this guy laying some nice little rail here as they continue to spray in the grid formation, spraying this plume. Our sky's nothing but gray blue. Gray blue. Look around. Gray blue. Not blue. It's about 9:45. Just a few minutes have passed. We got a guy spraying a rail between the trees. We'll get him when he comes out, but you can see the other rail right there. Look, it's all dispersed. They're running side-by-side rails as they build up that grid in that southern sector. Look at that. Over here, more rails there, 3 rails there. As they put it together, and I'm going to start panning in on this guy. You can see another finned rail, almost finned-like rail back in there. I don't know if you can pick up the fins, it's pretty far out. But here's this guy nonetheless spraying this rail. They're just going to continue to spray every day. And they're spraying at night, don't kid yourself. They are. We've got documentation from the pilots that they're spraying at night. Even though the pilots have been taken out of the mix, the remote control jets are still spraying. Just turning around and we got this guy coming out of the western sector. Looks like a red tail. They're painting these jets up all the different colors because we're wise to them now. Get a good look. These jets are everywhere all over the world spraying the shit. Well, it's 10 o'clock now and get a look at what happened to these rails. Look how the disbursement is. But quickly over here, heading to the east, we got another guy spraying. And then just off to the side of him, we have another guy over here spraying. So you can see what they're doing. It's pretty obvious. You say, well, like I said before, well, like they're just contrails. No, they're not contrails. We know they're not contrails. The jets are way too low to have ice crystals. Anybody that thinks that would have to be absolutely insane. Okay, so when you have scientists and physicists saying these are ice crystals, you gotta question their education or what they're covering up or what they're paid to shut up for. Because this is downright criminal activity. You can see the soot falling out of those rails. It's not overcast, it's not clouds, it's plume. I've been saying it's just one plume after another. That guy wants to cross that X. See where he came from? Right at the edge of that plume. And he's heading right in there. Look at the plume now. Oh, jeez. And over here, another guy spraying. And people think this is a clear sky day. You know, and it's not by any way, shape, form, spray. They're doing it all to us. And we continue to let them do this to us. And as I back off of here, back over to this northern sector, we got another guy spraying another rail. So you can see what they're doing here. It's mostly been east and west grid work. And I'm sure they're laying the foundation. Look how that is spewing out of there. That ain't no freaking contrail. Now back over here, just moments, all I did was just turn around and we got double rails coming here. Guy here, guy there. And what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna zoom these bad boys in. We got these double railers. We're going to zoom in on this one, see exactly who he is. Looks like a silver bullet. Over here, see who this guy is. Double silver bullets, looks like. Look at that thing spew. Back over on this one. Oh God, are they spewing our skies with a double railing? Look at those double rails. It's almost as if they're racing who can get there first. And just moments later, we got the third railer right behind them. Almost looked the identical kind of, oh no, I don't know, that looks a little bit bigger. Look how that's spewing out of that. It looks like the back tail fin. Could be the turbo fan. In any event, it's nasty. The spraying continues. Prime example of what's happening to those rails. See how it dispersed into a bunch of what you think would be overcast. This is not overcast, people, by any means. Look, we've been documenting it from the first thing this morning. And there you see the soot. It's already white in the sky. Well, it's a little after 11 o'clock. They're still spraying, and this guy is heading right into that plume over there. Yep, we're going to show you in just a second. And here he goes. He's heading right to the edge of that grid. We're going to zoom right in on him so you can see for yourself. Then you can decide for yourself. But we already know the agenda. We know the documentation. We know exactly what they're doing. And you're a fool to think otherwise. So, I'm going to back it off again so we can see him. He's heading right into that heart of that plume. And that's already just been dispersed chemtrail plume. We showed you that earlier this morning. So you might think, well, it's clouds. No, it's not. We showed you. And there he goes right into the plume. Just to thicken it up. Back up so you can see. See how he's at that edge of that grid? Here's that disbursement of the chemtrail plume we saw earlier. This is all plume, not overcast, not clouds. And then we just showed you that guy spraying the other way. Look at this guy spraying this plume. Unsymmetrical as it could be. And he just came out of that. Look, it's a friggin' tanker. I gotta get a better view of this guy. Back on the tanker. Just look at the spewage coming out of those turbofan nozzles. And you say, well, the contrail's not that big. Well, first of all, it's not a contrail. The plumes are completely unsymmetrical. See how they're coming out all four? Get a good look at that bastard. Look at the friggin' plume. And I just turned my camera, look at this rail here. They're just continuing to lace the plume to making that thick. Can you see that rail in there? Follow it in there and you can see them. Oh yeah, look at that plume. So you still say, well, that one guy was the contrail. No, it wasn't. They've got all kinds of different plumes to mix and match, to toxify, to fluff up cloudoids. Look at this mess. You might think this is a cloud. It ain't. It's all chemtrail plume. Looking up into this plumed up mess here that the people think are clouds. Here's that last rail. So you can see how it's all dispersing and mixing and matching. Proof again that what we've been telling you all along has been true. Dane Whittington from geoengineeringwatch.org. Chemtrail Planet. I mean, there's just so many websites you can go to check all this stuff out and look for yourself. Look at this wisp. Come on. Gee, I don't know what to tell you anymore. It's just non-stop assault. They're spraying every friggin' day. They're spraying at night. And just as I said that, look at this guy spraying the plume in there, adding to the edge of the grid. See him adding to the edge of the grid there? See that? You'd be blind or a fool to think they're not adding to the mix. Look! He's edging out that edge of that grid right now as we speak. And look at the nasty plume. There he goes. Well, it's 12 o'clock. The spraying still continues. We got this guy laying this nasty rail. Okay, and then I'm going to back him off, see the rail, and then it disintegrates, and then look at the thickness of the plume there. Can you see what he did? So they're spraying it where it's thicker and then turning it off. Again, not fuel. Fuel doesn't do that. What they do, turn their engines off? Yeah, right. Especially if there was passenger jets, correct? The engines go off, wouldn't people freak out? Yeah, of course they would. Come on, we got, and look at over here. They're just spraying non-stop. Non-stop spraying. You say, well, the sky's blue. No, it's not. It's not blue anymore. And they're gonna continue to spray and spray and spray. Well, it's about 12:30 and we got ourselves our sights on a red bad boy. Again, most of the jets are going east and west. Look at that plume. It's a good shot of that red bad boy. And then over here, I don't know if you're going to be able to see that or not, but there's another guy spraying some plume. With no plume. There he is. See? No plume. And then the red boy, bad boy, is spraying the plume. What does that tell you? And then seconds later, we got this guy spraying some more plume. Well, we got more east to west action. A little after 12:30, quarter to 1. Look at this. Just continuing to cover up our skies. Well, the day's never complete without a couple red bad boys, and we got another one right here. Spewing the plume right out of that back tail fin nozzle. That's about 1:30 in the afternoon. We still have gotten spraying all day long. Our skies are blue-gray. And we got this guy going from west to east. So it's just a lot of west and east to west. Some north and south, but not much. Most of the passenger jets. And this guy's spraying some plume. Look at that silver bullet. It's just not gonna stop. Just when you think the spraying has stopped, a little after 2 o'clock in the afternoon, and we got this guy spraying some plume. As I'll show you, I'll back you up. He came out of that wispy area right in there. See that wispy area there? So, further documentation, that's all. Here's where the chemtrails have gone. They've all kind of dissipated in a globule of plasmatic soot all the way around the horizon. These are all chemtrails, not clouds. So make a note of that. Put it in your database so when the time comes, you'll know. After 4 o'clock and our skies have really gotten disastrous. Look at this rail this guy just put over this orange peel. Well, let me show you the orange peel first. See all the little fluffiness that looks like orange peel. And then back over here, look at the rail. Look at the nasty. Right into the existing soot. And that's not all. Wait till we show you what's coming up. This is what we got. Something out of a sci-fi movie. Look at this. This is what we're gonna call a UFO-UMBULUS clouds. That looks like a friggin' UFO. Let me zoom right in. Oh, sorry about that. Just get a look at these UFO-UMBULUS clouds. So we're calling them. They keep, NASA comes up with chemtrail names for clouds, so are we. This looks like a UFO, doesn't it? As I back over here, check this out. Look how this has all been out of shape. Look how it's flattened. What the hell do you call that? Look up here. It looks like a gigantic spaceship coming over top. Just absolutely incredible. Look at this double duty here. Look at the one on the bottom. You can see the rails. Oh my gosh. It's a little windy out here, so don't mind the wind. You can see the soot. If you look close enough, it's falling out of the sky. No clouds, just falling. Up here, that chemtrail bomb that we just looked at. Then over here, look at the fin work back in there. There's some fins. It's already finned. Look at that. Another look at the UFO-UMBULUS clouds. We know they're not clouds. Look at that. Looks like the mothership. Look how that's bending on the top and then bending on the bottom as it splits in two. What the hell's in those mixes? Back over here you can see that soot just falling out of the sky. Like a rainbow almost. And back over there, this is just incredible. These UFO-UMBULUS clouds. Wow. Back on that one that's falling apart on the top. Little blur issues there. Let's get a good look. There's your double whammy there. Soot just dissipated right there, ready to fall out of the sky. And then your orange peel. And then more soot. Giving you a panoramic view of the soot. And the sun white with the yellow ring. But just look at the haze in the mountain range. It's that thick. Looks like there's a light bulb back in there lighting it all up. Well, the wind has picked up. As I pan over here, I just want to show you this big soot bomb. This soot bomb is so low, it can't be more than, I think it's less than 5,000 feet. I think it's below Mingus Mountain. The mountain's over here. That soot's up a little higher, as you can tell. But this here is right, almost right on top of us. Just look how horrifying that black soot is. Here's the edge of the grid of this bomb. Just look at that soot as it falls from the sky. Alright, last documentation of the night. We got a nice good moon going. It's giving us some light. Just want to show you the plume that the guy laid right there. I don't know if you're able to see that rail or not, but there's the rail right there. A little dark. I don't have a night vision camera, but this is all plume out here. so you can see what's happening.